let's see. It is time to get started. Is everybody ready to sing? Everybody ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, how are you? How are you this special day? We're so glad you came to play. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, everybody. Like I said, I hope you had the most amazing day yesterday and all that beautiful, warm sun. It was wonderful, and the flowers on my weeping cherry tree came out, which is so great. I was very excited to see that. Hi, Evangeline. Hi, Eleanor.
Me and Lily wear short sleeves.
Yeah, I know. We were even in short sleeves, which was amazing. It was great. Hi, Livia. All right, so it's a Tuesday. So we're going to be talking about social studies, which is just about people and about how people live and what we do, which has kind of changed a little bit lately, but we're still going to think about it. We're going to talk about what people do and specifically how people get around. Not so much now, usually, but how do we get from place to place? That's kind of interesting. Hi there, Anna. Hello. But first, excuse me, we're going to do our calendar. Here it is. All right. So here is our number of the day right here. Does anybody know what this number is?
31.
Yep. It is 31. Exactly. It's 31. And how do we know it's 31?
Because there's a 3 in the tens place and a 1 in the 1.
That's right. There's a 3 and then there's a 1. When it's 3 and then a 1, it is 31. It is the last day of March. Everybody see that's the word March because it starts with an M. That's right. And up here is our day of the week. Does anybody know what this word is right here?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. And what letter does Tuesday start with?
T.
T. This is a T, right? Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, March 31st. March 31st. 2020. That is the day. That is the day. Oh, Eleanor says that you were up late because you got to play outside. Awesome. That is great. Perfect. I love it. All right, we're going to sing our Days of the Week song. When you hear the word Tuesday, tap your fingers on your head. Ready? Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. All right, so that was our calendar. Now we're going to talk about Weather Bear. All right, so it's kind of chilly today. It's only a high of 50 after being so warm yesterday, but that is spring for you. It changes around. You never know what it's going to be. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Shane. All right. So Amelia has just handed me Weather Bear's sweater because, yep, it is definitely going to be a sweater kind of day. We definitely still want to go outside because we want to go outside every single day, but Weather Bear is going to need her sweater. And for those of you who are walking around and doing the bear hunt, some people are. If you walk past my house, there we go. Weather Bear will be in the front window, so you can look for Weather Bear and say hi. All right, our plant of the day is one of my absolute favorites. It's a frizzle sizzle.
I got that for your birthday, both of those.
That's right. That's right. Amelia got this for me for my birthday.
And the fruit.
Yeah, and also some of you might know Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's my little pop there. He's super cool. But check this out. The Frizzle Sizzle actually makes curly cues.
And you don't water it only on one day.
That's right. We discovered that when we watered it all the time, as we were tempted to do it first, then the curls did not happen.
It was like dying.
It was dying. It was sad. But then we discovered if you water it just once a week, awesome.
Because it's from the desert.
Right, it's from the desert, and it wants to be treated like it's in the desert, right? Because that's where it comes from, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That's right, I am Groot, people. Yes. Hello, cat. Alrighty, so let's water our classroom plants here. And a little money tree. Give that a little bit of water. Get a little bit for the bromeliad there. All right, we got that going. Okay, so today we're talking about Modes of transportation. How do we get around? How do we get around place to place? Obviously, a lot of us are walking right now. Walking is one way, but when places are a little bit farther away, it's harder for us to walk. So we have created lots of different ways of getting around. So our books today are about ways of getting around, and then we're going to be talking a little bit about how we can make something that gets around ourselves. So our first book is called Things That Go by Richard Scarry. You might have read some of his books before. He has a lot of really good books. So this is called Things That Go. I'll get a little bit closer here so you can see. Look at the children make things go. Huckle throws his paper airplane into the air. It swoops up and down and all around. Kitty smacks her hoop with a stick to make it go rolling along. See, if you've ever been to Williamsburg, sometimes they do that there. Babykins leans forward and backward to make a rocking horse go. Look at all these different ways we can make things go. Here are some people-powered things that go. They have to be pushed and pulled to roll along on their wheels. Stop, Big Hilda. You can't go any farther on that bike. You need to get another bike that's appropriate for you, right? Yep, I think I'm a little afraid of what they're trying to say to poor Hilda there. But we also have a wagon. We've got a little baby carriage there. We've got like a cart. So these are all different ways that people have put wheels on things, and then they can make them go. The alarm clock goes tick-tock ring. The cuckoo clock goes tick-tock till it reaches 4. Then a bird pops out. When Badger blows air through his whistle, it goes tweet. And the flames go out when Andy blows on his birthday candles. The blades of a fan go around and blow air to make the cook feel cool. Watch out! That cook is beating the eggs too fast! Ah, what a mess! Hi, Genevieve! Slow down, the vacuum is going so fast it's running away with poor Tom. Look around your home. How many things that go do you see? Because a vacuum cleaner does go, right? Oh boy, I know some of you are going to like these. Some of the machines that make new roads have to be big and strong. The rock crusher goes along crushing big rocks into small stones. Sometimes we see all these kind of trucks by the side of the road, right? They're working hard. The asphalt mixer is mixing oil and sand to make asphalt for the new surface of a road. Stones, tar, and asphalt are spread on the road. Then the roller comes along, pressing the road flat and smooth. So that is the way you can actually make a road. Whoops, right over here. That's how they make a road with those things that go. Look at all the different cars. They are racing down a mountain road. Go, cars, go. Not too fast, right? Dingo is not such a good driver. He has a problem. Do you see what it is? Okay, who's Dingo? What are we talking about here? Oh, perhaps that's Dingo. That is a big problem. What happened to him? Guess he crashed his car. Oh, that's not good. He went too fast. Trains go from city to city, carrying big bags of mail, food, and all kinds of cargo. Some people like to go far from home on their vacations. It's sometimes fun to take a train and not have to drive, but if people want to take their car on vacation, they can. It goes on the train's auto carrier. Wow, so that's a lot of different trains.
We've never been on a train.
I've been on a train.
I have.
You might have been on a metro train in the city. That's a train too. We've been on that, yeah. Yes, we have, definitely. Oh my goodness. Water can make things go. Oh no! Look what's happening. The water is taking Moose over the edge of the waterfall. Ouch! Moe's the moose. You should really look where you are going. I don't know if we can blame Mose at this point, right? Poor guy. Like, he was just taking the canoe out. The water goes over the big wheel at the mill and makes it go around and around. The big wheel turns the machinery inside the mill. So that's one way that you can generate energy is through water power. Here are some people-powered boats. Paddling and rowing make boats go. There's something fishy about Tom's boat. Can you see what it is?
He has a fish.
What's fishy about his boat?
His boat has a fish on it.
Yeah, like an enormous fish. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what happened there. There are many different boats in a busy harbor. Some go fast and some go slow. Some have big diesel engines and some have little motors. Some carry people and some carry cargo. The ferry has separate areas to carry people and cars. So here's all the different kinds of boats you might see. There's no pirate ship there, but that's one that Ellie and Elias's dad can pilot. Pilot, captain, drive, float, I don't know, the verb. At Father Pig's farm, the farmhands are busy working with machines. The grain harvester cuts and collects the wheat. The corn picker separates the ears of corn from the stalks. The grass cutter cuts the tall grass for hay. Piglets are having fun in the hay wagon. Where are they? There they are! Remember when we took a field trip to the farm and we rode in a hay ride like that? Drive, thank you. Drive the boat, right. Just like a car. All right, so here's all the other different machines you might see at a farm that help us pick a lot of food very easily. Mr. Pig is going on a trip in a jet plane. He is taking a photograph of the airport before he leaves. A jet plane needs to be very strong it needs very strong engines to fly so fast and so high in the sky. Yeah, that's another way to get around is in the sky, right? The wind can make things go. Wind blowing on the sails of a sailboat pushes it across the water. Wind blowing on the blades of a windmill makes them go around. This turns a big wheel, which makes the machinery work in the windmill. Hats can sometimes go flying in the wind, too. Hold on tight. Oh, yep, there's the guy with his hat. Ah, I'm losing my hat. Yeah. All right. Kitty and Daddy have so much fun learning about all the things that go. But now it is time for Sleepy Kitty to go to bed. Kitty is going to sleep. Good night, Kitty. Sleep tight. All right, in the end, we just suddenly introduced two new characters that had nothing to do with it. All right, interesting. Okay, next we have a book about someone that really loved planes in particular. And if you watch Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum...
She was the first girl ever to fly a plane.
At least she was the first woman to cross the Atlantic, and I think also the fastest person at the time.
Yeah, she was
the fastest person.
Wasn't she the first girl to fly?
To fly across the... I don't know if she was the first woman to fly a plane at all, but in any case, she really loved flying planes. And if you watch Xavier Riddle, then you have seen Amelia Earhart. I think this might actually be made by the same guy who made Xavier Riddle. So this is called I Am Amelia Earhart, and this is about a super duper cool woman who really, really loved to go fast in planes. This is by Brad Meltzler. I Am Amelia Earhart. Let's see. I am Amelia Earhart. There she is. When I was little, people told me that girls should wear dresses and play with dolls. They said we shouldn't have unladylike adventures. I didn't agree. You can totally wear dresses and play with dolls if you want to, right? If you're a boy, you're a girl, whoever, whatever, doesn't matter. But she didn't want to, and that's okay. In fact, when I was 7 years old, my sister and I decided to build our own roller coaster in our backyard. We placed 2 planks of wood up against the side of our tool shed. That says, Grandma's not going to like that. That does seem a little dangerous. They probably doing that with parental supervision. The cab was a wooden packing box with roller skate wheels attached to the bottom. We greased the wood with lard so we'd move super fast. Oh my. Amelia, are you sure this is a good idea? This isn't a good idea. It's the best idea. Of course, I got to ride first. It was my moment. Here we go in 3, 2. I still remember the wind on my face. My stomach seemed to sink. I was flying. Amelia Earhart, take this apart this instant. Oh dear. The crash was loud and noisy and messy. It certainly wasn't ladylike, but it was awesome. She said, that was awesome. It wasn't the last time I would fly. As I got older, I went to many air shows. When I was 23 years old, but still a kid at heart, my dad took me to meet Frank Hawks, a man who would eventually set many of his own flight records. You ready? I'm ready. For $10, Hawks agreed to take me on my very first flight. Oh my goodness. For 10 minutes, we flew through the sky and out over the Pacific Ocean. By the time I was 200 or 300 feet off the ground, I knew one thing. I had to fly. Wow, look at that, they're upside down. Holy moly. Yeah, I guess she went upside down on her first flight. Crazy. Sometimes when you try a new thing, you just love it. And you know it's something that you want to do forever, which is really cool and exciting when that happens, right? To save for my flying lessons, I worked as a truck driver, which wasn't very ladylike either. A stenographer, which is a fancy schmancy word for someone who writes down what people say, and even a photographer. She says, say snook. I don't know what that means. 6 months after I learned to fly, I bought a bright yellow used biplane I called Canary. Canary is a cool name for a plane, right? This is my instructor, a woman named Netta Snook. That's her real name. Oh, that's why she said say snook. Ah, all right. Makes sense. But here's my secret. I wasn't a natural. I wasn't the best pilot. I just worked harder than anybody else. That's enough flying for today. No, I can do better. One more flight. More important, like that day on the roller coaster, I dared to do what so many said couldn't be done. A girl flying across the Atlantic. Amelia, you sure this is a good idea? This isn't a good idea. It's the best idea. I became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, and then the first woman to fly by myself across the Atlantic. Back then, people took boats to get to Europe, sailing for weeks. Planes were still a new thing. In fact, on the day I took off, one magazine ran an article that said women would never be able to fly that far. But I did. To do it, I had to fly for 14 hours and 56 minutes with no rest and no break. Sometimes the sun was so blinding I could barely see where I was going. Yikes. In the process, I also broke the record for crossing the ocean in the shortest amount of time, doing it faster than any man or woman ever. This is awesome! Then I broke an altitude record, which is a fancy schmancy way of saying I went higher than anybody else ever had before. How high did I go? About 12 Empire State Buildings straight up, at the time when no woman had ever gone that high. She says, oh, she's breaking out the records over there. In my life, I took many flights. Every single time, there was someone who said I wouldn't be able to do it. Never let anyone stop you. Whatever your dream is, chase it. Work hard for it. You will find it. It is the best lesson I can give you. I am Amelia Earhart. I know no bounds, and I hope you'll remember that the greatest flight you'll ever take is the one no one has tried before. And here's an actual picture of the real Amelia Earhart. She was a real person. It says, never interrupt someone doing what you said couldn't be done. Oh, okay. Alrighty, so, oh, here's some more pictures. Oh, look at that. We've got a picture of her when she's 7, just like my Amelia. Look at her. She looks determined already, right? Even when she was little. Okay, so going places can be an adventure in itself, right? Just getting in whatever you're getting in can be fun. So we are going to try and see if we can guess a few things that go. And then we're going to make something that goes. So first, that is what we're going to be making in just 1 second. But first, we're going to play a little game. While we're doing this, if you want to get out some paper, you can, because we're going to be making some paper airplanes. But first, see if you can guess. This is something that you can go on, but it's alive. So, what can you travel on that is alive?
Horse. Horse.
That's right, a horse. You can go on a horse, and some people love to. And we used to use horses to get around all the time. Thank you, horse. All right. Here's something that we usually go in. Usually when we're just going to the store or something. What do you think it is? Whoa. Oh, it's going backwards. Oh, it doesn't do... Woo! Do that again, ready? It's a car. Oh, there it goes. All right, there goes the car. A daddy's back, that's for sure. All right, a car is another way. Another way they mentioned in the book, if you're going to Hogwarts, you're going to take something that runs on rails. It's long, and there's many different cars on rails that transport people and things. Ready?
Train!
That's right. It's train. It's a train. This one is Emily, the Thomas the Train engine. Yep, train. All right. This one is mostly for Ellie and Elias because, sometimes you want to travel through space and time. That's right. You might travel in a TARDIS. This is just fun. It's pretend. It's from the TV show Doctor Who. But you know what? We might create a machine that can move back and forth in time. Who knows? It's possible. And then this is a real thing that we actually have because we can travel on the water in boats. We can travel in the water in boats. We can travel over land in cars and trains.
This is spaceship.
But we can also travel in space, right?
Spaceship.
What's something we use to travel in space?
Spaceship.
A rocket, maybe?
Spaceship.
Or this is a space shuttle.
Space.
And this is a way that we used to go into space. They don't use the space.
A spaceship is also a space shuttle. Sorry.
Right, absolutely. A space shuttle is definitely a spaceship. So we used to use space shuttles to get into space a lot. Now we tend to use rockets more. We don't use the space shuttle. But this was really cool. It was something that we could reuse again and again. And super cool. Does this do that too? It landed right on Weather Bear. Sorry, Weather Bear.
Well, it does, I'm pretty sure.
So, yeah, you can build all kinds of
there it is.
amazing things that go. The space shuttle had wheels, and also it was on the back of a rocket, which used fire to go push up real quick in an explosion. Pretty exciting. All right, so now if you have some paper, we're going to try and make our own things that go. So you can use any color paper you want. There are such things as spy planes, stealth planes that like fly really quietly across the sky. So I thought maybe I'd make a stealth plane first. I'm going to make one and then I'm going to make another. So take your piece of paper, or you can do this later. You might know how to do this already. If so, that's okay. We're going to fold it in the hot dog fold. You can get help from your parents if you want. Hot dog fold there, and then you're going to fold one triangle down and another triangle down so that it looks like this. See, like that. Oh, Amelia, okay, that's great. Amelia's making the other one. And then you fold it back, and then if you want, there's a couple different ways you can do it now, but you can also like fold down the top like this. That makes it look really sleek, like that, and then do the other side. Just like that. Okay, that's pretty sleek. And then you can fold it and then fold down the wings. There we go. And I've made a super duper cool stealth spy plane that can fly at night and nobody can see it. Really neat. And so you can experiment with this and you can try and see what airplane goes the fastest. All right, so Amelia has made a pink plane. Oh, wait, oh, yeah, okay, so this is Amelia's other plane that she made, and she decorated it, and I think that is an awesome thing to do. Can you give me your pink plane there? All right, so one other thing that might be fun to do with your plane, so Amelia just made this one, is you can make yourself flying it, which is really cool. So I'm gonna say this here, the nose of the plane, that's gonna be where we're flying it. I'm gonna draw a circle right there for the window, and then I'm gonna draw myself just piloting this craft through the sky with a little steering wheel. So there we go. We can see there's me flying the airplane, and then you can also draw circles down the side, and there's for the rest of your family, and you could pretend to be the pilot flying your family around. So I'll just draw my cat right here, because actually that would probably terrify my cat to be in an airplane, but yeah. Oh, there we go. Can I show? All right, so Amelia has drawn herself. There she is, flying her little airplane, and there's me taking my cat for a spin. And so then you can fly it. Don't fly to people's heads because it could hurt, right? Might be fun to go outside and do it, but see how far your airplane can fly. Woo! There it goes. Woo! So these things can really go far, and they are a lot of fun, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, geez, John and Jude are now running off on the paper airplanes when they have such a cool mushroom game to play. How is that even possible? All right, guys, you ready to sing our goodbye song? Everybody ready? It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Wave goodbye to everyone. It's time to say goodbye. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Wave goodbye to everyone. We had a lot of fun. We'll see you again tomorrow. We'll see you again tomorrow. Wave goodbye to everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow, unless you are participating in our show and tell and you're part of our class, in which case I will see you on Zoom in just a couple hours. Bye-bye, everybody.